So I want to preface this video by saying that I'm not a drama tuber. I don't do this kind of stuff often, if at all. I don't like dipping my toes into this pool of content because it often leads to viewers and stuff in the future asking, you know, have you heard about this drama? Have you heard about this content creator who did this shady thing and all that kind of crap? And I just don't want to constantly cover it because at the end of the day, content creators and streamers are people. They make mistakes, they do bad things, and they should be allowed to learn from it, from how the audience responds, not from some guy making a huge video detailing every single thing they did wrong with the power of hindsight. Like, sometimes that's just kind of shitty. Now, that's the thing, I'm not saying I'm immune to the drama bug. There is some content creator drama that I absolutely get involved in, not in the sense of like as a creator, but as a viewer. And I am totally guilty of falling into that category of enjoying drama. But again, as a content creator, I just don't really enjoy making stuff about it. But this situation is an exception because I relate to an element of it very closely, and also I find the streamer's behavior absurd from a perspective of being a streamer myself. And though, to be fair to this creator, there is plenty of reasoning on his end for why he responded in this way, but he went way above and beyond how he should have, even given his reasoning. So without further ado, let's get into this situation. So a few days ago, a Twitch streamer was just interacting with chat, and he saw a viewer who had not been there for a while, and asked
in Spanish, and it's chef's kiss. All right, Curvy, where the fuck have you been? Oh my god, well, tell you what, Miss Dirty Curvy, you know what we're not gonna do? We're not gonna talk about it in my chat, because it's Friday, and that is a whole big bucket of bummer. And I'm sorry for your loss, but we're not doing that in my fucking chat.
So if you didn't catch it, the viewer in question that the streamer tagged out of chat responded with that their mother had died, which is very dark and is very serious subject matter, and definitely I would say there is a place to bring that up in stream, and then there is a time not to. It definitely depends on the streamer, and if you are a streamer who is not okay with addressing serious topic matters like that, and you purely want to be an entertainer, and you make no delusions about being someone who's there for your viewers and is there for your friends who might show up in chat, then that's fine. I get that, and I get not being okay with it. And if you are if you are a streamer who has established that as a fundamental rule of your streams, which I'm assuming this creator has, then yes, in a sense, the viewer was in the wrong for bringing it up, but not like this. Like, for me, the streamer is definitely fundamentally in the wrong overall, even given that this is something that they have probably voiced in the past that they're not okay with being brought up, because it's a serious topic. But at the same time, this wasn't the viewer opening this up to a conversation or to demand that the streamer give them a therapy session. This wasn't a trauma dump, to use the term that the content creator themselves uses later. This was just a response, I deal it a blunt one, but a response all the same to what the streamer had asked. And the appropriate response, even if he was upset that the viewer brought up this serious topic, would have been to simply go, okay, I'm very sorry to hear that. This is not the proper place for us to talk about this, though, and I'm not going to continue to address that further, but just know I am sorry to hear that, and it is good to have you back. That is all he would have had to say, and then this situation wouldn't have blown up to the drama that it has. But unfortunately, this is how he reacted.
Thank you. Well, okay, Miss Dirty Curvy, you said, no, that's fine. You asked, so I told. No, I didn't ask you to tell me the biggest fucking bummer news in the world. I said, hey, what's up? How are you? You know what? Let me give you a little bit of a lesson, Miss Nerdy Curvy. When something really, really bad is going on in your life, and in a public forum, someone asks you, hey, what's up? How are you? There are two acceptable responses. Good, and you know what? I'll make it through. That's it. How are you? Good, or you know what? I'll make it through. Awesome. Love to hear it. See, there you go. Or Prom's response. Yeah, I said, Prom, how are you doing? She says, I'm alive. There you go. Oh, I asked you where you were. Look, Mr. Curvy, I'm just subtly trying to tell you that unloading really heavy news in people's chats on Twitch is not like good etiquette. It's not the place to do it. That's all I'm trying to tell you. That's it. I figured this is a good opportunity to inform you. Heavy news like that, when someone asks, hey, where have you been? You don't need to tell them, well, my dog died, my husband left me for a younger woman, my house burnt down, and my car got stolen. So I've been a little bit busy. That's why I haven't been around. Because it's like, oh, God, like, like, you know, like if someone asks, like, hey, what's up? Where have you been? And it's heavy, just be like, I had a bunch of shit going on, so I've been lying low for a little while. Got it. That's it. I'm not trying to rip you a new ass.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I almost hate this man. Like, oh God. The complete and utter lack of empathy really gets to me in this, because unlike plenty of other streamers, I don't have a rule against viewers coming in and bringing up serious stuff. Like, I want my friends and new viewers to feel open enough with me to bring up serious stuff. Now, I am against, like, drama dumping and trauma dumping in chat, like going on these huge tirades about this stuff. If you're gonna do that, I would usually invite the person to, like, DM me, and hopefully I can help them out of a dark place in that regard. But at the end of the day, I expect my viewers to be mature enough to understand that I'm not a therapist. And though I will do my best to let them know that they're heard and let them know that there is someone who cares and acknowledges their suffering and their pain and is going to do their best to entertain them and keep them out of the darkness, at the end of the day, again, I'm just not a therapist. Like, it's not my... I don't have a degree in this kind of thing, in psychology. I'm just a guy. And I expect my viewers to understand that. But I understand why some streamers just totally carte blanche the whole thing. But again, like, the lack of empathy just gets to me from this guy. It's not only just the coldness of it, but the fact that he has the audacity to lecture her and talk shit almost and parade her to the rest of his chat like, oh my God, how dare this person ruin my stream. It's shitty. I'm sorry. I fucking hate this guy. I really hate people like this. This is just scummy. So yeah, the viewer in question turns out to also be a streamer, just like the this Twitch streamer gentleman here. And on Twitter, she made a response to the situation from a twitlonger. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I will link it in the description for those who are curious to read it. But generally speaking, she chastised him appropriately, I would argue, for the response to her simple answering of his question. And she also further showcases in her Twitter feed that she's not advocating any kind of bullying or harassment to this guy. She just simply criticizes his choice of response, which was entirely inappropriate and deserved to be chastised, in my opinion. And as content creators do, this particular individual who got a bunch of tomatoes thrown at his face ended up making an apology video, which is complete and utter shit.
Firstly, it is well known in my channel that I do not tolerate heavy news, drama, or trauma dumping, if you will, being entered or dropped into the chat. This has been discussed and explained and made clear many times while I've been live over the last 4+ years that I've been on Twitch. The people that come to my channel often, they know this. They see it all the time. So that's something that I want to make sure everyone understands. This is not the first time that she's violated the expectation that people not share heavy news in my channel. The frustration from having her argue in chat that she was, quote, just answering my question, even though she's been spoken to about this type of thing before, frowned upon. Dude, I'm getting follows right now. From Joe JCKS, Bro Chacho, welcome to the channel, dude. Thanks for the follow. Yeah.
Yeah, that was supposed to be an apology video where he pretty much puts the onus on the person he treated like shit, blamed her for not accepting his terms of his rules, whatever the fuck. Like, the lack of self-awareness and empathy, and to then also in that apology take time to thank someone who followed you. I'm sorry, fuck this guy. Oh my god, like this is an example of a shitty person, and this is a clout hungry whore. Okay, this is an example of a clout hungry whore of a streamer. This is what more and more content creators I dare call him. I dare to call him that, but Jesus Christ, this is what more and more people who are doing this kind of stuff are. They're this cold, sociopathic, cruel, self-centered narcissists who just don't give a shit about their chat, don't give a shit about what they're doing. It's not something that they necessarily enjoy. They just fucking want to be assholes. I fucking hate this guy. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm being unfair, considering how I conduct my streams and conduct my chats and how I open myself up to interaction with my viewers. But this is just downright pathetic. Like, to not only overreact, but then to dare to make something you call an apology, but it's this horrendous nonsense of you blaming the person that you paraded around and shamed them publicly to your other followers for daring to share with you, not even in detail, just quickly informing you with an answer you asked for, and then to take a fucking, oh god. Yeah, I hate this guy. So, generally speaking, the situation aside, again, I'll repeat it one more time. I understand why streamers have these rules and these limits of not allowing this kind of conversation in their chats. Like, if someone brings up dark stuff, but this man had one of the worst responses and is just a cold, unempathetic sociopath, and he's a douchebag. Fuck this guy. Seriously. But with streamers who do conduct themselves appropriately and do hold true to these rules without being an unempathetic sociopath and a narcissist, first of all, thank you for conducting yourselves appropriately. And yeah, there is a correct way to approach this. And again, I'll illustrate it for anyone who needs to know. Hey, sorry to hear about that. I'm not in an appropriate, this is not an appropriate situation or avenue in which to have this conversation. So I am going to move on, but it's good to have you back in stream. That's all he had to say. That's all he had to say, and move the fuck on. Instead, he had to be an absolute cocksucker. Had to be an absolute cocksucker. I hate these fucking narcissists, man. There's more and more of them taking up the content creator space. There's more and more of them making us all look like these unempathetic douchebags every fucking day. First it was Jake Paul and Logan Paul, and now we have a goddamn fucking laundry list of these fuckheads, and they piss me the fuck off. Jesus Christ, be fucking human. It's not all about clout. It's not all about being right. It's not all about being the big man, the big streamer, the big fuckhead with all the views and subscriptions. Be human. Someone lost a parent, and you have the audacity to act like you've been wronged? Go fuck yourself, man. Go fuck yourself. God. But yeah, I know I went off track there, but I just genuinely am upset about this. This is ridiculous. But yeah, that's this situation. It happened a couple days ago. And this guy's rightfully getting shit on left and right, and he really should be, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to share a link to his channel or share his name, because I'm not sending anybody after him. But I think he's an asshole, and I definitely think he gets what he deserves in this situation. And I feel bad for the streamer in question, Curvy, who just went in to see a streamer she liked, presumably, just to have that same streamer shit on her. That was just not fair. And I really hope not like the average viewer is gonna judge all streamers based on this asshole. Like, again, we're not all these douchey, self-centered pricks. Some of us just stream, play games, have fun, and are there to entertain. And though we may not be therapists, and though we're not really meant to take that role, we're still human, and we're still going to be empathetic. And though we may try to direct the conversation away from your rough situation, it's not because of any animosity to you. It's because we are trying to be entertaining, and we are trying to bring a little bit of joy. And talking about serious stuff like that oftentimes will bring down the tone of a stream. But even with that said, there are plenty of streamers who are okay with at least addressing it on a fair level, like myself. And I'm not pretending I'm some moral or ethical fucking high ground. I'm not the best of the best at this kind of stuff. And there are going to be times where I'm just not going to be able to help because I'm either not in the headspace, or I'm not gonna be the man for the job. But I certainly, at my worst, would be more empathetic than this fuckhead. Content creators are turning into shitholes more and more. It's really making it hard to be a content creator and be positive about it. It's really upsetting. Well, that's it for me. I know this video kind of took a turn, and I know I'm kind of doomerish at the end here, but it's happening more and more. And like I said, there's more and more content creators seemingly every day who are self-absorbed, narcissistic assholes that are just act like they're above everybody and everything. They genuinely think they're superior because they play video games and get paid to do it by a bunch of people that they seemingly entertained by happenstance. It's frustrating. It's frustrating as all hell. And I just don't like this kind of attitude. I don't like this behavior, and the lack of empathy genuinely angers me. And I guess I'll just leave off on that. I'll leave off on that. If you guys like the video, please leave a like. If you have your own take on this situation, feel free to share it in the comment section below. I'm always willing to listen to other perspectives. If you guys have one that I'm just not considering, feel free to share it down there. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. All that fun stuff. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.